Let's get up and let's get in, Lethwei fans. This next bout is in the women's bantamweight division, and it is three-minute rounds of WLC ladies action. Presented to you by Hotel Apex, official partner of the WLC. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This young woman holds a record of 88 wins, 22 losses, and 8 draws. Hailing from beautiful Phnom Penh, Cambodia, Eh Yanut, ladies and gentlemen. Big up. Boom.
Special shout out to our Cambodian viewers watching live.
Her opponent standing across the squared circle, fighting out of the red corner. This young woman has a record of 27 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. Coming to us from France, she is Souris Manfredi!
The Lukiamo Gym.
Three-minute rounds of ladies bantamweight action, and when it gets underway, Master Ku is in charge.
So I think it's relevant for sure that our viewers would like to know that Eh Yanut really was challenged in making this weight. She looked very, very weak as she was going on that scale. She's not a big girl, but it was, you know, the travel, and the diet, and all these things. Being young, the weight cut was very hard for her, very hard.
Well, looking at her record and what she's achieved, Robin, I mean, she was a Kunkamai champion in 2013, 2019. She started her career at 12 years old. She's basically a veteran in what she's achieved at 19.
Yes,
but
she is.
Hearing you say that, if you're a neutral and you look physically what Manfredi brings, I mean, you fear.
Yeah, of course. And she's lost plenty of fights already in her life, as we all do on the path to mastery of whatever you do. And you're in a position to be beaten up by this 30-year-old workhorse. Tough fighter in the toughest martial art in the world.
Both fighters exchanging leg kicks. Manfredi, now they clinch up.
But then, oh, I love that little chopping elbow by Souris. And now the knees and the body lock.
Stop!
The audience is a little unsure there. But it's scrappy. And you want to little sister her a little bit. You know what I mean? If you are the older, rugged fighter, you want to put that on her. Although with that much experience, you're going to have a hard time discouraging young Eh Yanut.
Yeah, Eh Yanut would have seen it all before. You know, fighters have different demeanors. They respond in different ways. And now she is looking at little sister her a little bit.
Yep, exactly. And that's what you want to do. And frustrate her. But she's seen it all, and many will have tried that, so it won't be a new approach. That right hand by Souris was getting close. You see that, just the supple skills of Eh Yanut. Just remember how young she is and look how well she moves. But again, we're trying to rough her up here, we're trying to make it very physical.
Knee to the body from Souris. A little reply from Eh Yanut, didn't get any power on it. She's just keeping her at bay and lining up those knees up beautifully.
She went for a chopping elbow, now tries the first headbutt, gets a little taste for it. Souris was talking about training with her coach and how they trained to prepare for the headbutts, the shots to the back of the head. They did it on pad work, added headbutts into the combination, entering through elbows.
We've seen earlier in the night how crucial it is when you get your opponent in the corner like this. Souris looking to establish that dominance. And she's cutting off the air supply.
Yes. Yeah, this grappling is all allowed. This is all a part of the game. And if you want to physically manhandle, woman-handle your opponent a little bit, like Souris wants to do here, this is all very intelligent stuff by Souris Manfredi.
French woman very much the aggressor here. Now the headbutts! Headbutts coming in a flurry.
And doesn't it suit her? Like, doesn't it look like she's been doing them her whole life? And she's a very, very sweet person, and she's got a lot of great people around her team that have traveled here with her. But you can see the ornery nature when she gets into fighting.
Some people would just love to hear that, yeah. She's unleashed 4 to 5 headbutts, but she's a really sweet person, but it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. And it's very important. As if you're watching this now, you probably already love martial arts. But for some people to whom martial arts is new, they need to see that these two are not angry. This is an artistic expression. We are solving problems that are put in front of you. And look at, as she comes in aggressively behind that hard guard, that tight guard.
This is fiercely impressive stuff from the French fighter. I mean, the way she comes forward at pace, she's just desperate to uncork. She's desperate to unload. She's got such a deep arsenal of shots, and we talk about the headbutts and the practice that goes into it. She finally has a chance to use it.
Look there, the right hand. And now she'll move into the space. So strike, move to the clinch. And then the first few there, that chopping elbow, that is sick. There's an extreme beauty in that attack. And they're throwing punches at here, little sistering her just a little bit. You can try to kick from that position for sure. And again here, the left kick is available. Left knee, tries the knee to the body. They're pulling and grinding, trying to make it a rough ride. That's the plan. There's no question that was the plan. Then we see somebody having a hard weight cut and looking weakened. We even want to put it on him even heavier in round one. Souris Manfredi, and there it is. Bink, the head bink.
And
now she's got it.
That first headbutt.
She's
really
got it out of her way. Now you are a Lethwei fighter. There's a round under your belt. You are now a Lethwei fighter.
We were really looking forward to this one. Certainly it delivers in the first round. What an impressive performance from Souris Manfredi. And Eh Yanut, you know, it's alarming hearing about the tough weight cut when you see how this has transpired over that opening round, because I just look tired when I look at her. I mean, how tough is it when you're in that clinch? How much does it sap you?
I mean, it's a different, and something we addressed a little bit earlier, that there are different types of energy systems. Often when we talk about something, somebody says, oh, we're gassed, or you're cardio. And cardio should be in quotes because it isn't all cardiovascular. There's anaerobic, there's aerobic, there's multiple energy systems that the body works within. And this one taxes many of them. And if you're anaerobically tired, we can put even more anaerobic work on you. And that's the clinch, that's the pulling. Both of us fully engaged in resistance against resistance. That's anaerobic work, and it's really fatiguing on an aerobic athlete.
Manfredi looking to pick up where she left off. Eh Yanut sees her body kick caught by the French fighter, and again, knee to the body. Here's that clinch again.
A good first 15 seconds for Eh Yanut. Oh, but a bad couple of elbows coming down, chopping down on the temple. And this again, anaerobic stress here on the body. It hurts to get knee to the oh, and there, lining up the headbutt, controlling with the left hand. Notice the left hand controlling the target. Now the right forearm, and she'll try to bink it through here. There instead the elbow. This is some beautiful stuff, man. This is some wonderful Lethwei.
Just a horrible position to be in if you're Eh Yanut. You saw her grimacing. Look at these knees now. She's trying to get that leg over and she gets out of it in the end, but
Souris cut too now. And don't rule out cut by using her own head as a weapon. That can cut you as well. Remember, you're bonking heads. The only difference is you get to choose what part of your head you're using and what part of their head you're targeting. But it's still head versus head.
She's got her in the clinch in the corner again. This has been such a dominant position for Souris.
And they're grinding on the neck, tearing on those tissues, putting pressure on the skeleton. All of this will matter. And with 3 rounds, you win 2 of them, especially if you can win them definitively, 2018 style rounds.
Big right hook, then clinches up those 12-6 elbows, doing damage once more.
This is the martial art for Souris Manfredi, don't you think? Like somebody who is so physical in this clinch. Look at this.
Spinning back fist.
Of course, she will still compete in Muay Thai. She loves it, but this is her martial art. This is her art form.
And she's flourishing tonight.
Don't rule out Eh Yanut. She's lost rounds and come back and won many times in those 100-odd fights.
Beastly leg kicks. Look at the power, and it's doing damage on Eh Yanut.
9 minutes, you can do a lot of damage to the... Oh, spinning back fist again, caught off the forearm.
Follows up with the elbow, then the knee, and this is the clinch where she just looks so at home.
Goes to the bone of the hip with that knee. Whether I was targeted or just incidental, it's a painful place to take a knee. Remember, often we see punches and kicks. Oh, that was caught, that was blocked, that one only hit the... Everything hurts. It's our job to draw people's attention to this. Bonk your knee on a coffee table. It hurts, right? We are smashing the biologies of our bodies together.
Souris, ever the aggressor. She's shown such a range of just brutal shots. The knees to the body, followed up by the headbutt, then the elbow.
The knee to the head. Oh, there it's coming. Man, Eh Yanut is just able to stay pretty calm. I mean, if this was 5 rounds, she would be looking at this fight going, I think this woman's going to slow down. Even though when you look at the body, which is a reflection of the work she's put into it, she might not. But at least you'd have that chance. But now, when you see the damage here that she was able to do, look, just rough riding her here. And it's not just, you know, the kicks and the punches, it's the pressure on the body, the stresses on the body in those clinches. There, the left hook, and Eh Yanut's hand gets tangled in the ropes. Eh Yanut is not having the fight of her life. She's not, and of course, a lot of that credit will go to Souris, but you must ask about how she is physically. The weight cut was not such that the doctor wouldn't stop it there. She catches that spinning back fist, wrist to wrist. And there you see, look at how do you like that woman coming towards you with ill intent? And in here riding there, head on jaw. That's part of the game too. Dave Leduc showed me that in an airport flying somewhere. I ran into him and he's like, you can do pressure. There is another one. You can pressure the points of the head and it hurts. Just grip the back of the head and drive your skull into the edge of the jaw or the nose or the tip around the eye. But yes, while taking nothing away from Souris, who's having a wonderful two rounds, you at least should entertain that all of the realities of what happens in these fights. There's millions of variables all reflected in there, and Eh Yanut put herself through a lot. And it isn't like, well, the weight cut was a surprise. That is a reflection of the work you did in the weeks leading up to it, to have too much left to cut in the last few days. So she can go back and work on that and change that.
Well, look at the face of Eh Yanut. She has taken some damage. Absolute warrior, though. Like, her resilience is there for all to see. But you do worry if you're her coach, Chan Reach, at the moment, because the tide, the pressure, the aggression shown from Souris has just been, well, it's worrying. If you're Cambodian, if you're supporting Eh Yanut, it is worrying.
Yeah, you don't. But I mean, this is where she wants to be. This is her life's work, so she wants this chance to be able to win. And when your opponent is coming towards you like that, that's what she wants to do right there. Straight punches down the pipe and get her on the way in. Because once she gets here, we're in a lot of trouble. She's too physical. She's little sistering us here. And there now, Eh Yanut tries a little headbutt control. And then all of this as well, getting back up. All of that. We're using resources.
Big shot from Souris. What a right hand.
Yeah, on one leg at the time.
Another big right hand over the top.
Yeah. Those are big ones. She touched the sternum first and then fires over.
And it's here in the corner where she's susceptible, Eh Yanut. This one, the straight left, her variation so impressive. Again, checks the leg kick.
Part of it is just there's so much coming at her that she's now doesn't know really what choice to make other than to try to protect herself. And even with her amount of experience, the options seem too challenging. You said the tide was changing. It's like it's waves and waves and waves are being thrown at her and firing her onto the shore. And here she is still firing back.
Yeah, the crowd getting behind her now.
Of course, they appreciate this. They've seen what she's gone through.
Snap on that jab, but here come the knees to the body in the clinch. Such a feature of this fight for Souris Manfredi.
And who would have thought that that would be in the clinch against somebody with this much experience would be able to go and beat her up in the clinch, but that partly is the physicality. Partly it's that reflection of the hard work that she's done.
Here's where she's in trouble. She's managed to get out of the corner, but the level change, it gives so much to think about. And the flurry, the combinations, the knees to the body once more, then come the 12 to 6 elbows.
These are nasty shots, and the knee, and more elbows. Eh Yanut wants to stay in this. She wants the opportunity to land the big one, but Souris is going to keep pouring it on her. She's got a minute to try to get her out of here.
Souris' corner willing her on, blood in the water, the jab doing great work for the French fighter.
I love the jab, Redwood. It doesn't all have to be a home run shot. Now we're in tight. Now you can carve her up. But the jab to enter is brilliant when she's expecting a tidal wave and you just give her a little one.
Brilliant spinning back elbows as well. The fans just love those shots.
Jeez. When she sets up that right hook, that one, and then fights her way to the inside and then just starts the abuse in here. You watch the knee here. The knee to the head is coming. Instead, she chooses to attack from the back.
It's a hellish position for Eh Yanut to be in. It's like being in a foxhole with a king cobra. And how many times has she faced this situation?
Well, that's an impressive feat to handle all of that. And now go and take your break. But Souris Manfredi, man, she just sent a warning to anybody who's going to fight her in Lethwei. You see the damage she does. She used the jab to... That time she pulled down on the hand to access that angle for the punch right there. Pulls the hand, pulls the guard out of the way, and comes over top. This time coming around and then underneath. All different angles, all different ranges, all different heights, all different trajectories from behind the ear that time. There were a few big ones to the back of the head, in tight with the short range punching, then the long range from the outside as she just backs away, and now swarming. Those knees to the body, man. The elbows, that one down, the tomahawk elbow down from the top. Oh, man.
Yeah,
look at this.
They're like axes.
Yep.
It's insane.
Yep, that, look at that supple skill of Souris Manfredi. Of course, the aggression is impressive. Of course, the ferocity is impressive. And of course, the heart and guts and will and pride of Eh Yanut is impressive. But let's not forget that those were just elegant skills, just smooth, elegant weaponry.
That was a huge showing of just absolute warrior spirit for just refusing to be put away. Any lesser fighter, and you would just sap under the pressure, under the the volume of strikes.
It's just not who she is. She's incapable of giving up. She can lose, she can be finished, she can have her body broken down in such a way she can't continue. But what she won't do is give up. And of course, that is deeply inspiring. We like action. Yes, we like headbutts. And yes, we like knockouts. But we get inspired by watching human beings dare greatly and push themselves to their limits.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of ladies WLC action, we have a unanimous decision from our judges' scorecards. Now to present the prize to the winner, we have Ung Pei-pyo, CEO of Hotel Apex, and Canal Plus Ambassador Eun Sang. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner via unanimous decision, from France, fighting out of the red corner, Souris Manfredi!
See, she smiles like a kind person. She is very lovely.
She's going to be so delighted with her performance. Just getting to show everything she's learned, everything she's trained day after day. That was an exhibition, really.
It was. It was very special. Incredible moment. The joy she's got to be feeling right now, man. Love it. I read John Nutt's lips. Wow, was he impressed. He's talking about connoisseurs. That's a connoisseur of Muay Thai right now.